beautiful diamonds. I don't know if you saw the video where this guy was saying that, if you keep your daughter around, it's a stepfather in the house. And he's saying, if you keep your daughter in this house, I'm going to end up sleeping with her if you don't tell her to leave. Now, this is the kind of thing that happens when you have a man who's paying all the bills in the house. And this is why I say it's so important for women to make sure you always have enough money to pay all of the bills in his absence. And you have to be careful when you're bringing different men into your home around your children. And normally I would say, especially if you have a daughter, but these days you can't even be safe with your son. Let me share this with you. And this is like I'm saying, this is what happens when men are paying all the bills.
Did y'all see that video of that dude threatening his wife, saying he was going to like try to sleep with her daughter if she didn't leave or something? Like, that's like the worst thing I've ever seen. Because mind you, he starts off the video, he's like, yo, your daughter's 18, she's sneaking men into the house, I don't rock with that, blah, blah, blah. I'm hearing this, I'm like, okay, that's reasonable. Like, she's a grown woman, she's sneaking like dudes into your house. That's kind of crazy, right? But then he like throws in like this extra point as an aside. He's like, yeah, and I'm a man, and she's like, what? He basically telling her, he's like, yo, like, she's shaped just like you, so I'm a man. And it's like, what are you saying, bro? Mind you, the wife, while he's saying this, she's barely reacting to it. I don't think she really understands what he's saying. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna have some 18-year-old girl in my house shaped just like my wife. I know what I like. And it's like, bro, what? The wife's just like, no, you think I'm gonna pick you over my daughter? That's crazy. No. And it's like, did you even hear what he just said? Like, he's literally saying if she doesn't leave the house, he's gonna have no choice but to act up. That's insane to me. And I feel like the internet, for all the things the internet gets mad about, I feel like we're not mad about that enough. Like, I feel like everyone should have a think piece on that video. Even in the comment section, people are just like, yeah, that's messed up. That's horrible. Yeah, he was probably gonna try to sleep with the daughter. And I'm like, yo, like this is like horrible. They're being way too casual about it, okay? Like, I feel like people should be like actually up in arms. Now, granted, it's 2024. You never know whether or not something's a skit, but it didn't really seem like a skit, okay? Because again, you couldn't see their faces. He was kind of like recording her leg and kind of like her feet, like a little bit. I don't know. Weird guy must have been. Oh yeah, he was the one recording, like as if he was going to be the one in the right and people were going to like cheer him on. Because again, his main point was much more reasonable, that she was sneaking men into the house and that's what he had a problem with. He just threw it in as an aside that he was low-key going to sleep with her. He wants to be added amongst the ranks. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure how mad he is about people sneaking into the house, or if he's just mad that he's not one of them. No, I'm so serious. Again, the main point was people sneaking into the house. So it's like, okay. But then he would keep saying, like, as an extra, like, and I'm a man, and she's shaped like that. Like, I like what I like. Like, bro, what are you talking about? And what really bothers me is, it's like, yeah, she's 18. But, like, for you to see her like that at 18, like, when she was not 18, there were probably some sort of thoughts. Like, she didn't just turn 18 then spawn in with the body that she has now. Exactly. And it's like, from the mom's perspective, this dude is telling you that he is attracted to your daughter. And you're just sitting there like, she's not moving out. Like, what are you talking about? I feel like that's something someone says to you where, like, I'm not a parent, okay? But as a parent, I feel like if someone said that to me, something would have to happen to them. You know what I'm saying? And she was kind of just, like, chilling with it. So I didn't really... Did y'all see that video of that dude threatening his wife, saying he was going to, like, try to sleep?
Absolutely, something would happen. Look at royalty. Scratch me, man. My fur baby. Oh my God, I was holding him and he heard something and he jumped and he was like, I was like, yeah, but back to this video. Something definitely has to happen to that dude. He has to move out. I mean, it's just that simple. And like this young man said, he didn't just come up with this idea. She didn't just pop into that body at the age of 18. And you have to be careful when you have a daughter and she's like, have the body of a woman, the kind of clothes that she wears. You got to be careful with she has to be careful with the way your daughter is dressing around these dudes. But that's irrelevant. Because I've seen this numerous times where you have mothers and they have very, very sexy looking daughters, honey. Hello. And a lot of the times, you have a lot of these men, that's their plan anyway. They know they come into the house, they treat the mother good, whatever. And then when the mother is like, her and her daughter are not getting along, he steps up and he always sides with the daughter, or he's always trying to defend the daughter. He's giving the daughter extra money, let her go shopping. She needs to go somewhere, I'll drive her, no problem. And that's how it spirals out of control. You know what I mean? You have to be careful with men like this. Like, I had my son and my daughter, but my son and my daughter, they talk, honey. My daughter, she's mouth almighty, honey. She ain't trying to hear nothing. And I never left my children ever with any of my, like my fiance, Gregory Elliott. I never left them alone with him. No. That's insane. And my children was always like 14, 15. They was already like 14, 15, honey, where no, you're not going to sit up here and try that game on me, especially they was raised as Christians. No. But this is ridiculous. Let me read some of the comments here. Why she allowed him to continue drawing breath in her presence is beyond me. She should have kicked him out immediately. I'm not kicking out my daughter for you. What are you, insane? But she's dependent on him because he pays all the bills. Like I said, I've always been 50-50. So if I have to get rid of you, it won't be hard for me to get a roommate that can contribute to the 50-50 of the rent. Not a problem. And the 50-50, think about the 50% that I'm not paying. I'm saving that, baby. I'm saving. They say it's always important for you to save between 3 to 6 months of whatever your budget is for the month. Like for the month, everything for me is $2,000. So I try to keep $12,000 in your account at all times. 6 months worth of your budget. Somebody says he's been plotting this. He basically said she has 3 days to leave or he's taking advantage of her. So now the daughter got to leave in 3 days. Like, do you think my daughter's going to let you take advantage of her? You are only, you are only the second person, whatever, child, proofread. Another woman says, my mother married 2 men like that. I haven't seen or spoken to her since I was 21 in 2021 because she chose the men both times. How are you going to choose a man over your flesh and blood, your daughter? Really? The mother was probably dependent on his income and him paying for all the bills. Another person says, I am a single mother with a teenage daughter. I would never bring a man home until she's moved out, and she can live with me forever if she needs to. It's her safe place. I'm going to keep it that way. I like the lat lifestyle, living apart together. He has his place, and you have your place with you and your children. We're still together. You can even be married. But we live the lat lifestyle, and there are a lot of people, 2024, who are now doing that because a lot of people realize that they don't really they like their own space. It is what it is. And you know, we live in modern times, honey, where everything is changing. Everything is different. But this is ridiculous, and this is what happens when you let a man pay all the bills and your whole survival depends on him. Now I'm supposed to get rid of my daughter in 3 days. Where did she go? To her family, a family member, or auntie? Why would what? That's just sick to me. I don't know. Give me your thoughts on it. Like I said, this is for reaction purposes and for your critical review along with educational purposes. Let me know how you feel about that. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.